Hello to everyone.
Hello everyone, my name is Xinran.
Hello everyone. My name is Cao Feiyou.
Hello everyone, my name is Qiqian. Next, Pei Yang.
Hello everyone, my name is Yang.
Okay, we go into the next page. Our restaurant is the Collinson Coffee and Grill Room, and I met the manager there. The manager name is Vivian. She is a very kind and affiliative woman. I very liked her when I take my part-time job there. So I did some research and some conversation with Miss Vivian, and this is the introduction for the Collinson Coffee and Grill Room. What I want to mention is their team is very diverse. They have employees from Bangladesh, from Sri Lanka, and from Brunei. So the team is very diverse. Since the situation Vivian mentioned, they may have some small conflict, but mostly the conflict doesn't affect the normal operation of the restaurant. So I would say Vivian managed her team very well. So go to the next page. Today we especially focus on the green practice they are doing. We'll mention the energy saving plan for the restaurant and the ventilation system, the sustainable material used in the restaurant. So next page. First of all, they have some very practical energy saving plan since the restaurant is not so big. But they have two sections. They divide section A and section 2. They have an interesting plan for saving the energy. They will close one section when it is not at the peak hours. They will also close the air conditioner and some of the light in the section as well. It's small, but they are doing they're always doing it, so it affects a lot. And we'll go into the next page, next topic. When I have the conversation with Miss Vivian, she mentioned her kitchen team will keep the ventilation system very clean. They will clean it like in few days on time. The reason why they clean the ventilation system so frequently is that if the ventilation system is dirty, they can prevent the air was polluted by the untreated exhaust gases. So some evidence showed the gases from unclean ventilation system would be more harmful to the environment. So that is why they always clean the ventilation system. And Ms. Vivian said it's also a company's requirement. Her company also mentioned the frequency of the cleaning for the ventilation system can prevent the environment was broken. So it seems small, but like the last topic is also worked well for protecting the environment. So next page. For the takeaway service, they also have some green practice in that part. And they use sustainable material for the cutleries and the boxes. What they used is called the biodegradable materials. They can absorbed by the nature, and as we all concerned, normal plastic can be extremely harmful to the environment. Collinson used the biodegradable materials for takeaway service in order to prevent pollution to the environment. Generally, the green practice was not so big, but they focus on that a lot. They do as much as they can do. So I would say, although it's small, it also shows they focus a lot on the environment protection and the air protection. So from my perspective, I think green practice should be like that. You should do more things to. You should do more practice. You should do more things to do the protection, and it doesn't need to be a huge move or a very extraordinary behavior. It just needs to be done every day. So that's our presentation. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Xiaolong. Thank you very much. Anyone wants to ask question? Anything you want to ask or clarify with them? So theirs was also a cafe, sort of a very famous restaurant actually. Colosseum have been there for, I don't know, maybe since my childhood, I think, it's been a very old.
Yeah, he mentioned 1921.
European. Yeah, that's what I said. Since when I was a child, I used to go to the restaurant. So that means it is actually British time. It was open during the British. But this outlet that they went is a pretty new branch. But otherwise, the original Colosseum used to be it was open during the British time. So they still follow the old traditional British way of serving things. And the food is also very old, traditional European food. Okay, good. Thank you very much. Right. So,
Miss.
yeah. Yes. Sinran, yes? Are you okay? Right. Thank you. Okay. Sharvia. Sharvia, are you here?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Shravya, yes, she's there. And in her group, it would be Ujjwal and Kritika who would be presenting. Correct, Shravya?
Yes, ma'am, but I'll be sharing the PPT.
Okay.
Super. Okay.
I'll make you the co-host. Huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
Making you the co-host. Okay. Kritika is here. Yes. Thank you. Nice.
Ma'am, can you see the PPT?
Yes, can.
Okay.
Ma'am, shall we start?
1 second. Shravya, could you go to slideshow so that be a little more clearer? Yes. Kritika, start.
Okay, ma'am. So, good evening, everyone. I'm Kritika, and I'm presenting the Hotel Ibis, and my group members are Mayur, Shravya, Ujjwal, Krishnamurti, and myself, Kritika. So, first we'll go with the introduction. So, let's start with the introduction. Start with the hotel. Ibis is an Accor-owned French economical hotel brand. It was established in 1974 by the Paul Dubrel and Grenard Wilson founded Accor, and its headquarters is in France. In India, Accor has 55 hotels in the ultra-luxury, luxury, premium, mid-scale, and economic segments. In 2011, Ibis became the economic mega brand for actors. The Accor Group brand welcomes you to over 100 countries throughout the world in over 5,100 hotels for the most memorable experiences. So let's move on the sustainability practices in hotels. So first we'll move with the front office department. So we'll start with in public places there is no plastic is being used. EV chargers are being used for to promote electric automobiles. Paper was used. Paper used has been reduced. Recycled paper is being used. The entire hotel is wheelchair accessible, including panic buttons, low showers, and toilets. Plastic water bottles are the primary sources of worry for the sustainability. The goal is to totally eliminate the use of single-use plastic by the end of October 2022. Employee education includes first aid and ERT training, that is, emergency response training. POSH training stands for Preventing of Sexual Harassment. Diversity and Inclusion Wall discusses cultural diversity, the LGBTQ plus community, and the women empowerment. Sustainable practices in the hotel are documented on the website, making them available to guests all around the world. So next, we'll move with the sustainable practices in housekeeping department. So save energy for not doing with the only eco-friendly waste bags are utilized. The property is built in such a way that there is enough of space for natural lighting, and guest room saves electricity because get lights can be left turned off during the day. Hot water is used throughout the property and it's powered only by solar water heaters. No electric water heaters are used. Hotel only use eco-sealed and green label products. These products include no chemicals, resulting in no danger to staff. They have cleaned the surface more efficiently. So next we'll move with the sustainability practices in food and beverage department. So plastics are not used and have not been used since 2017. Instead, paper straws are utilized. There is no cling film used, only arsenic and aluminum coverings are used. There is no usage of charcoal in the kitchens. Charcoal is used in a lot of Indian uh, cooking practices. There will be no plastic water bottle for the guests. Posters reminding guests to only take what they need, reduce food Could you please allow Ujjwal to have the further slides?
We are still will be changing the slide, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead, Ujjwal. You can start. You are there already.
Hello, good evening, guys. I'm Ujjwal Kumariam. I'll be explaining you guys about sustainable practices followed in the kitchen. The kitchen staff usually maintain the temperature of chillers and the freezers, in which the chillers are at 0 to 5 degrees Celsius and freezers are at minus 15 to minus waste which are produced are converted into manure. They follow a FIFO system. It reduces food wastage in the hotel. FIFO system is basically first in first and first out system. As they should reduce the wastage in the hotel, they usually keep track of wet and dry waste. Uh, Next slide. By this tracking, they can log in the amount of wet and dry waste produced. Used oil are the main concern in every hotel, so they collect the oil and keep it aside. Then they wait until the color changes and they give it to a certified vendor. The vendor gives a certification to the amount of oil collected by the vendor. There is a plant in the basement which converts wet waste into manure and biogas. The plant usually takes 4 to 5 days to convert the wet waste into manure and biogas. Next slide. Uh, the hotel can improve their sustainable practices by contributing to zero hunger by providing food to the needy, and they also can follow some new practices to the underwater and on land life. Next slide. The hotel follows some practices which match to the SDGs. SDGs are basically sustainability development goals. As a part of CSR, the hotel provide education for needy and underprivileged children. They also provide basic necessities to old age homes, and they are tied up with some NGOs, which match to SDG 1. SDG 1 is basically end poverty in all its forms everywhere. The hotel take care of the employees by providing healthy food and healthy atmosphere, which match to SDG 3. SDG 3 is basically ensure healthy lives and promote well-being for all at all ages. Uh, the hotel provides a training to employees about the latest trends, which match to SDG 4 and 8. SDG 4 is basically about ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. And SDG 8 is basically promote sustained, inclusive and sustainable economic growth, full and productive employment, and decent work for all. Next, the hotel also provides POSH training to the employees to encourage the women employment and make them feel safe. POSH is basically prevention of sexual harassment. SDG 8 is promote sustained, inclusive, and sustainable economic growth, full and productive employment, and decent. Next slide, please. The guest room linen are changed on alternative days, which helps to preserve energy, which match to the SDG 7. SDG 7 is basically ensure access to affordable, reliable, sustainable, and modern energy for all. Next, the sustainable practices, which is used by hotels, also act as a marketing strategies as it helps in increasing of revenue, which matches to SDG 8 and SDG 9. SDG 8 is promote sustained, inclusive, and sustainable economic growth, full and productive employment, and decent. SDG 9 is build resilient infrastructure and promote inclusive and sustainable industrialization and foster innovation. The artificial lights are limited as the natural lights enter to the hotel guest rooms, which match to the SDG 7 and SDG 9. SDG 7 is ensure access to affordable, reliable, sustainable, and modern energy for all. And SDG 9 is build resilient infrastructure, promote inclusive and sustainable industrialization. Next slide, please. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I like the way you all have related it to the SDG. Yeah? So far, your groups have been doing a lot of relation with the SDGs, and so there's a lot of interconnection there. Very good. I like that concept. Maybe I will use that the next time when I get my students to the next semester. I will use that. Okay, good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Okay, good. Let me see who's next. Tom? Tom, are you ready?
Dr. Sri, I'm sorry to interrupt. So you should, there is a student of yours who's waiting in the airport, it seems. So in the chat box, there is a message for you.
Okay, wait, 1 minute.
One Joy. So you're saying wanted to finish the presentation. Yeah.
Yes, Miss, we have a student who at the airport now. Can we present?
Who the farm is in the airport, is it?
Yes, I'm at the airport now.
Okay, so you want to present now? Are you going to present?
Yes, I'm presenter.
You're the presenter, okay, not Joy, because I made Joy the co-host. So you're going to present now?
I'm
making you the
Joy will be a co-host because she has a computer and slide.
Okay, Joy, I already made you the co-host. You can share now.
Thank you, Miss.
Tom, we will wait for them to present first, huh? Sorry, yeah, we'll wait.
Miss, I
No
will
worries.
disable participants screen sharing.
Okay. Right, you are now sharing.
So hello everybody, we are group 1. We are group 7, sorry. So today we are bringing here about our cream project. So for our cream project report, we are required to conduct an interview with a manager or an owner of a company that is in industry, hospitality industry. Sorry, we are asked to collect detail about the management of the company and what they do to support sustainability in industry. So we as a group decide to pick a new and a small business called Blend Meat Art. We conduct the interview on 14 October 2022, and we interviewed two lovely lady in Blend Meat Art Coffee. Those two ladies were Miss Doris, who is the owner, friend, and the cafe manager for that time being, and Miss Linda, who is the proud owner of the business. So about the business, Blend Meat Art is florist and cafe. At the same time, is located at Lot 23, Lower Ground in Tropicana Garden Mall. The reason why we picked this cafe at the first place, it is a sustainable and green practice. Especially it is fantastic view on online newspaper. Then we built interest to conduct the interview here. The cafe is surrounded by greenery and plant. Why it is also unique? Because the business is a combination between florist and a cafe. Through our observation, we can conclude that this business idea worked really well because the customer can be attracted to buy plant from them while also having a cup of coffee. So the owner say with us that the target customer is the people who love plants and natural, and people who love the aesthetic and of the coffee shop. So next slide, please. So here is their product. They also a coffee shop and a florist. They sell a lot of plants at their shop, and drink as well. Sorry. Next slide, please. So you can see here's their menu. It has a lot of food and tea, coffee, dessert, veg, and they also have vegetarian food. Next slide, please. So here's about their garden product. They have fertilizer, pesticide, pot, and a lot of stuff to do the to plant a tree. Sorry. Next slide, please, is about their sustainable practices. So first, they have a paper straw. So the owners say with us that the paper straw is sustainable because it's unlikely plastic straw. They can be degraded. Unlikely plastic straw, which can take 200 years to totally degrade. They only take 2 to 6 weeks. By switching to paper straw, they will naturally use fewer plastic straw and leaving a lower environmental footprint. So next is about the paper packaging. The owner mentioned about paper packaging has the advantage of composing considerably more quickly than plastic, making it less likely to be a source of litter and threat to wildlife. And paper can also be recycled more widely than plastic bag, which can take up to thousands of years to degrade if they use a plastic bag. And the owner also encourage people to buy plants.
Pam, we lost you.
All right, so to continue, not to waste your time, I can help Dean to find some slide. So the next thing is the owner encouraging green spirit of community. So as a coffee shop, it by chance help the customer to visiting to have a drink, and they will cross over the florist shop. And maybe they will be attracted and inspired to decorate their home with greenery and then purchasing the green product. So by chance, this has a green impact to educate customer about green environment. So when customer buy plant, they also have the positive psychological effect, like have a plant will reducing stress and entertaining, and also they can be taught about gardening, education, how to plant, how to take care and all the beauty of nature, and then slowly changing the attitude to act green and protect the environment. And this, I also at the last slide, I find out about the shop is they also the owner committed to just sell clay pot. They don't sell plastic pot, even that they have a cheaper market price, because the owner say it also more aesthetic and also environmental friendly. So so that's all of our team. Thank you for your listening, and I really appreciate if you have any question. Thank you, Miss.
That's the owner, is it? That's the owner, I think. Okay, guys, thank you. Do you have any questions, anyone?
It was a wonderful presentation, actually, and a very beautiful concept. First time I'm hearing plant and food.
Good idea. I think somebody there who's interested in starting business, you should be thinking about this kind of ideas. I would love to go to this kind of cafes because I love green plants, and I would be very happy to sit there and even buy these plants and breathe fresh oxygen, I suppose, from all these plants down there. Okay, good. Thank you very much, Joy.
Good job.
Lam and Nat Tien, they are from Vietnam. These two students are from
Vietnam.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss.
Yes, thank you very much. Okay, good. Moving on. Let's go to Rahul.
Yes,
so it is Team Rahul, but Ajitesh will be presenting.
Okay, I think you are the host. You can start sharing.
Yes, ma'am.
Guys, you can always ask questions to know more and to find out more. So, this is an amazing learning experience. So, I think my side, we're also learning a lot. So, good. Thank you very much.
Good evening, ma'am. Is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes, you just need to put it up in the slides.
Yes.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. My name is Ajitesh. I am presenting on behalf of my team. So we had a present like we had a industrial visit to Taj on a project on sustainability. We had conducted an interview with all of the head chefs, all of the main HODs of the department, and our team has made a wonderful efforts, correct information. I'll just give you a brief history on Taj to a short intro. Taj, which was started in 1903, from then they are always renowned for their worldwide and for their extraordinary commitment towards providing luxury hospitality. So further moving on to this is my team and a wonderful memorable pick. So moving on to the sustainable practices, what Taj follows in front office, we go as follows. Like Taj primary objective has always been at the front office department to use as little paper as possible, and they always recycle it and reuse it. They also ensure that the front office department uses less paper and more digital documents, and their goals include using less electricity when it is not in use. They also consider that used printed documents are being used again on the back side so that there won't be wastage of paper. They also place the biodegradable pens with recycled paper and books in the lobbies. They also conduct numerous energy audits in order to determine where to reduce the consumption of power when it is not required. And they also employ energy efficient lighting throughout their property. Moving on to sustainable practices in housekeeping. Taj has a recycled water plant in their housekeeping services and has an on-site water treatment facility. They use water-safe chemicals with the potential to be recycled, and they also often use biodegradable sanitary equipment and stores wooden toothbrush in each bathroom. They have the major goal is to adhere to 3 R's of sustainability. They utilize the recycled water to maintain the property's flora. They also disinfect and maintain the property with plant-based chemicals. Moving on to sustainable practices in food and beverage service. They employ biodegradable and cotton-made uniforms and has completely prohibited the use of single-use plastic. Their major goal is to decrease the carbon footprint as much as of the property as much as possible. Instead of using plastic drinking bottles, they use utilized glass drinking bottles. They have also begun to utilize the biodegradable packing and bamboo bags instead of plastic bags. Moving on to sustainable practices in culinary arts. Taj has a commitment to sustainability in the culinary arts, which has also resulted in the introduction of different biodegradable equipments like bamboo and the recycled equipments. They have also adhered to stringent policy of disposing the food waste by composing it to the premises and utilizing it to preserve the flora. They also abided to the FIFO, which is first in, first out principle, and uses cotton and biodegradable clothing. Taj has also introduced computerized recording of food storage and adheres to tight rules in order to keep the stocks in a good condition. They have the major goal to promote the local economy by bringing the farm to table food and has also hired a horticulturist. And improvisation. Coming to the improvisation, as the UN 17 SDGs says, SDGs in the sense 70 Sustainability Development Goals, as Taj as a Patya. Patya in the sense, in the Sanskrit word, we term it as path, that seeks to become the India's most carbon neutral and sustainable hotel network. Patya system has incorporated numerous 17 rules with similar to UN 17 SDGs by boosting the local economy and aiding to the local community. It has also implemented renewable energy initiatives throughout its hotel chain, such as solar energy with the sewage water treatment facility and a water recycling plant. And it has also eliminated single-use plastic and replaced it with biodegradable kitchen equipment. It also offers further training to employees on how to live a sustainable lifestyle, which is a kind of exciting. Differentiation. Taj is known for its unique sustainable policies. They are the only hotel chain with regulations equivalent to UN's SDGs, as they have implemented the Pathya system. Taj is also well known for having a sewage treatment system and a water recycling facility on site. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to present. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Nice, huh? Very good to know that they have this Pathya thing that helps the local community. I really like that. That's a very good idea. And I think Taj being a very reputable organization, they're very structured. I think that helps a lot to be innovative and think about community. Yeah, it's a very good kind of thing. Anyone got questions? Anyone? Right? Thank you. I think everybody is scared to ask questions. Never mind. Thank you very much. I hope you're learning because I'm learning a lot. I'm really enjoying learning a lot and seeing a lot of new things. Okay, Tom, from your side. Tom, I'm ready you to co-host. You can share.
Yes.
Tom is from Germany. And I think Angela and Eve are also here. Yes, Angela is here. Angela is from Mexico, right?
Yes.
Is Eve here or she's on leave? Oh, Eve is also here. Hi.
Yeah, hi.
Okay.
I'm trying to share, but somehow it doesn't let me.
Wait, let me see whether I made you the co-host. You are the co-host.
Yeah, it says that my laptop is not allowing it. I just got a new one, so first time I share with it.
Angela or Eve?
Angela, could you share the slide set?
Yeah,
please?
if you
'Cause
have your
somehow-
slides, can you? Okay, Angela, is it Angela or Eve? I'm going to make you the co-host.
Yeah, I can.
Okay, I'm making you the co-host. You can share. Where did she go? Can you share, Angela?
Yes, I'm just opening the link.
So can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to go ahead. We did a visit at Ascot. It's a luxury served apartment in the heart of Kuala Lumpur. The residence provides a good number of facilities such as spa, gym, tennis court, outdoor pool, a rooftop bar, and a coffee room with a nice view on the Petronas Towers and the surrounding skyline. Every room is equipped with a functional kitchen with all the equipment necessary. And the plan of Ascot Kuala Lumpur is that you can stay for just a few days or for multiple months and you feel just like you're at home. Moving on to the leader. That's us right there when we did the visit. On the top right, you can see Nixon Chin. He's the resident manager. And right next to him is me. And on the bottom is Eve and Angela. Nixon Chin started in the industry as a front office worker and has more than 10 years of experience in the field. He thinks that to be a leader, you need to push others to become a leader. And to achieve that, he gets together with his team and gives them training to improve their skill. Also, there is a program that each month and each year The staff gets rewarded for their performance, and the best performing one gets Employee of the Year and is invited to a gala where they can meet the CEO of the company. Also, Nixon thinks that there has to be a balance between short and long-term goals, but most of them are based on revenue. Next, moving on, please. We also met the head of engineering, Anselm, and he basically comes up with most of the environmental practices for the property. Moving on. So now I'm going to start with the sustainability program. The ASCOT group focuses on 5 different areas to be the leading green lodging company in the world. The property we visited, the ASCOT Kuala Lumpur, mainly focuses on water, energy, paper, and waste reduction. During our visit, we observed that their trash bins are divided into plastic, paper, and cans. And also, ASCOT hired a company which goes through the garbage which is delivered to the landfill to separate even further, in case the guests didn't do it properly, also into paper, plastic cans, and disposable waste. Nowadays, the ASCOT Hotel Kuala Lumpur provides QR codes instead of printing paper for the information about their rooms and also about the hotel, which facilities are where located and stuff like that. They also made a check-in and out process paperless because everybody knows it's just a signature that is needed and it's basically a waste of paper. Everything can be done with your phone. Another thing they did was to substitute normal light bulbs for more efficient LED light bulbs, and the water bottles in the apartments are replaced with water filters, so you can basically just take the tap water and drink it. You can also see the pictures on there, like on the top left corner there's a QR code, right next to it is the filter, and on the top right corner there is the different garbage cans, and on the bottom left there is the light bulbs. Please go ahead. And now moving on to the measurements they took in the bathroom. They also have a QR code or like the information hanging there to reuse the towels, because everybody knows you can use a towel more than once. So they encourage the guests to use the towels multiple times. They also introduced large pump bottles into the bathrooms, so they don't have the small throwaway bottles for each guest. Those bottles just get refilled after every guest to ensure everybody has enough products. Another measurement that was taken is that they replaced the flushing buttons of the toilets with buttons that have a small and a large flush to save some water. And the parking lot was equipped with touch and go, so not every guest or person parking there gets an extra ticket. It's another measurement to save paper. Like I mentioned earlier, Anselm, the head engineer of the hotel, comes up with a lot of ideas. What we see here is also his idea. Like they collect water from the tennis court and save it in the they collect water from the tennis court and save it to use it later for cleaning equipment from the maintenance team and for small usage. Another way they save water is by collecting water for cooling the air conditioning units, because they always have to be some water on top, and that's another way to save some water. Another measurement Anselm showed us is that they try to plan the backflushing of the pond. They have a small pond in front of the hotel with heavy rainfall, so they don't use fresh water for that. That was basically all they do so far. We got another information that because it's an older property, the ASCOT in Kuala Lumpur, in case they do a new remodeling, they also want to collect more rainwater and use it to flushing the toilets. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you. Anyone got questions? This you can see this is a hotel. This is a service apartment actually. So it's from the picture you can see they have a kitchenette. They have a kitchenette and they have like a kitchen and you can stay longer. It's a service apartment, but it's a hotel concept. So you notice the hotels, similar concepts are emerging with this Indian hotels and in Malaysia, the hotels, similar concepts are coming up. Okay, anyone else got any questions or anything?
So the rainwater, sorry, go ahead.
No, I think you can ask, Doctor.
Okay, so the rainwater harvest talking about, is it already in or it's still, I mean, the plan is in pipeline or?
Pardon, I didn't get the second part of the question.
The rainwater harvesting which you're talking about, is it already implemented or the plan is still in pipeline?
They already harvested for the air conditioning units. It's just a small amount though, but it's still better than nothing. And another way they already use it is for example, if their maintenance team paint something, then they can use the rainwater which is collected to clean their equipment.
So it's not going to the toilets yet because you need a big plumbing process. So it's a very old building, so they don't have the plumbing for that yet. But they're using it for aircon cooling system, cleaning up the equipment and all those kind of things. So rainwater is used for that.
If they plan to do another remodeling in a couple of years, and then they want to install a second row of plumbing, because it's a good idea to do that with the rainwater, but you still need the regular plumbing for that in case there's no rain for a period of time, because otherwise you can flush.
Yes. Thank you.
Right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Tom. Okay, good. Now we're going to Manisha. Manisha? Hi, Manisha. Are you the co-host?
Hello, ma'am.
Okay, Pawan already made you the co-host, right? Okay, you're ready then. Guys, I hope it's already, my side is already 9. I hope a few more. We are already almost going to be ending, another 3 or 4 more, and then we are done. Thank you very much for being patient and staying back and all that. Thank you very much. Okay, we are ready.
Welcome.
Yes. Pavan, thank you very much. Anyone got questions? Hilton Hotel is also a very good establishment, good international chain, and they take a lot of effort to implement a lot of initiative. They're really good. Oh, Raphael, you have something to ask. Sorry. I think somebody asked. Raphael, you have something to ask?
Yeah, I do have a question.
Can you open up and show your face and then ask? Thank you.
Okay. So actually, I want to ask about the diver mic that you just showed. Am I right to say that is diver mic more eco-friendly than detergent? And then is it like which one is more effective? Like, is it detergent or diver mic, like in cleaning?
Okay.
Thank you.
Raphael and a few of them are from Indonesia.
Oh, okay.
Indonesia, yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. Move on. I hope you're okay with time. It's already, my side is already 9:25. So we're already almost 1 hour, 20 minutes.
We are 7 o'clock here in the evening.
Yes. Is it too late for you guys? Is it okay? We can move on, right? We got four more teams to move. 4 more teams. Okay, Jia Hao, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, Jia Hao, I make you the co-host. Yes, I'm making you the co-host. You can share. Jia Hao is from China, and his friends are also from China. Okay, Jia Hao.
Dr. Sri, we should take a group picture at the end of the session.
Sure,
We
definitely.
didn't do the last, yeah?
Definitely. Jia Hao, can you share?
Yeah, please wait a moment.
So students from China, they have come down. You said they are still there in China?
No, they are here in Malaysia.
Oh,
they
okay,
already
good.
come to Malaysia.
Oh, okay.
Hello everyone, my name is Zhao. We have 4 members in our group.
Where are the others? Please show your face.
贺兰娇、黄中花 and 香莲一。
Zhonghua, Lian Yi, okay, yeah. Herschel is here. Right, thank you.
We interview for the Chinese restaurant Datang Wei Dao.
Very red Chinese restaurant.
Yeah.
Right, thank
Datang
you.
Wei Dao is a restaurant specialized in regional food from the northeast of China and some southern regions. The restaurant covers an area of the approximately 165 square meters and is a relatively small restaurant. This restaurant manager is Gong Ting Chen, Mr. Gong. Mr. Gong has many years of experience in the restaurant industry. He has been leading the restaurant chefs who are also from Northeast China for 4 years and has been running the restaurant with a heart and soul, cooking the most authentic taste of the Northeast China for the customers. Can you?
Jiaha, we don't need the organizational chart. Can you move on to the green practice? Move front. No, not back. Go to the front.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. We don't want this one. Move front because we don't need the organizational chart. Okay, continue.
Oh.
Hey, don't go. Share. Talk.
Sorry. Now is Lian is work.
Recycling measures collected cans and glass bottles and put them in piles. The bottles are then sorted at the end of the day. When a shared number of bottles have been collected, they will be sold to be recycling center. Food waste is collected the next day by a special vehicle. The collected food waste is loaded into digesters for biogas. Fermentation and the residues are refined into organic fertilizer.
In promotion information, 大堂味道 release heavily on customer to customer publicity to expand its business. The owner Gong has tried to use social media to promote his shop, but due to the huge difference in taste between the traditional Malaysia food and the species taste of Northeast China, many of the customers who came to the shop were disappointed since then the restaurant has switched to a customer mode of promotion. Although this has made the promotion very slow. Next page. Yeah, in Challenger, firstly, according to Mr. Gong, the biggest problem the restaurant is facing today is staffing, as the restaurant was unable to operate normally due to the impact of COVID-19 and was forced to lay off staff due to the inability to pay salaries. Secondly, due to the change of staff for old to new, there can be some minor conflicts between staff or work issues, and some of them are more prone to conflicts due to the different beliefs and habits depends on the culture. Next page. In conflicts and
Herschel, we don't need this. This is for our class presentation. For here, we don't need this. We just need the green practice only. So can we stop? Is there anything for green practice? If not, we stop now. Is there any more green practice?
No.
No, huh? Okay, stop now. Huh? Thank you. My class actually, because I teach hospitality management, so we look into management issues also, which is not needed for this this class presentation. So I only so the management part, I told them not to show, not to present, that they only presented to me in class last week. Last week. So they are only presenting the how to say, the green practice only. Okay.
Green practices.
Yeah, green practices only. So Jiaha was sharing all the actual slides that they were showing earlier. So thank you very much. And moving on, Shaman.
Yes, ma'am.
Shaman, yes, he's there.
Okay. Are you the co-host? Shall I make you the co-host or somebody else is the co-host? Shaman?
I'm the co-host, ma'am.
Shaman is a co-host.
Okay, I'll make you the co-host.
Can you see my
Can see.
So good evening, everyone out there. I'm Shaman from PS University, and Meghana, Vanilla, Bhavana, and Mohammed are my team members. So we had a sustainability research on Sheraton Hotel. We had to go and interview different departments out there, and these are the group pictures we had taken there. So moving on to sustainability practices in front office. Using fresh papers rather they use recycled papers. So every hotel uses papers in front office. So when in front office they use go to recycled papers rather than using fresh papers on to cut down the usage of fresh papers. And pencils are made up of recycled earths rather than the fresh earths. And envelope is also made up of recycled papers, and refill used in pens are not not it's eco-friendly, it's nature friendly. And taking care of special attention guests, they have special treatment for their special attention guests like disabled guests. And moving on to sustainability practices in housekeeping. Hotel rooms are controlled in sensor card to reduce on the electricity part. Every room has sensor cards, which can help the hotel to cut down on electricity rather than using a lot of electricity. Bathrooms also has manual sensor cards, and they use LED lights for energy saving, and they have energy saving machines in laundry as well. And glass dispensers are used in bathroom rather than using the small packets. Then they use glass dispensers and they refill them every 10 days. And chemicals used in cleaning also is eco-friendly. And they use double glazed windows in the hotel to cut down on the AC part also. Moving on to sustainability practices in food and beverage service. They in food and beverage service, hotel does not use plastic straws. Rather, they go to paper straws, and they are planning to implement on bamboo straws as well. No use of plastic bottles. They go to use glass bottles rather than using plastic bottles to cut on plastic. No wastage of costly products until the guest has used it. For example, if the guest has not used any products, they do not throw it, or they use it for the and promotes no wastage system in the hotel and encourage the staffs to follow the sustainability practices in the hotel. In sustainability practices in culinary arts, as in food production, food is prepared for the exact number of packs and not over prepared for, and there's no wastage of food, and no wastage of food like smoked salmon until it's used by the guest. And they maintain ideal temperature because the food doesn't spoil as soon as it's prepared. Remains of cut vegetables are used to make stocks in the hotel, and manure. They make manure out of waste vegetable peels and use them in their gardens. So, compared to UN 17 SDG, Sheraton should improve in no poverty and zero hunger, as well as require inequalities. Uh, Sheraton has a very unique practice which they give extra green points to the guests who chose not to regularly clean their rooms, which save on their water, electricity, and labor and other expenses. So, thank you.
Nice. Thank you. Anyone got any questions? I'm just curious. Later, I want to ask all the hotels, because most hotels that you all have shared, all of you have shared, somehow used food waste of food vegetables as then you convert that to manure. I want to ask about that later, but let's finish all this first. Okay, Pham from Vietnam, are you here?
Hello, Miss. Hello, my friends.
Okay, are you here? I'm
Okay,
making you
now.
are you the host?
Can you allow me a host, please?
Okay,
Thank you,
I'm
Miss.
making you the host. Right, only 2 more groups and then we will be done today.
Okay. Okay, xin chào from Vietnam. Okay, so now let's start. Hello, everyone. They have three people, Nguyễn Huy Anh, Phạm Tiền Giác, and Maha Anh. And so today we are present a presentation about the traditional restaurant in Vietnam. The brand story
Ken,
is
where are your friends?
yes.
Ask them to open their face.
Hello. Yeah. Okay. So now let's start.
Hui and Mai, can you please share? Okay, Hui An, you are here. Mai is not here. Okay, continue. Sorry.
Okay. I came to the Bujaka restaurant, a chain restaurant in Vietnam. Is the traditional restaurant. Why I do that? Because I want to share all of you about the other traditional food in Vietnam. Because all of you
Can you put it on a slide presentation? This one I see my face twice. I see my face here and being my face here also.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
And there's a lot of things. Can you put it in a slide presentation? Yes, thank you.
Okay.
That's much
Okay.
better. Yes.
Thank you. Okay, thank you, Miss. So now let's start it now. Okay. The brand story give them quality that's better after advertising. This is the Gu Chả Cá restaurant is brought up then 20 years of experience in traditional Vietnam delicacies with five-star quality and affordable prices. So now I want to share you about some picture about the Mr. Bùi Sung is the picture is my Gu Chả Cá have 11 restaurant in Vietnam. So now we left us. Okay, so I want to share you about food delicious. The restaurant signature dish is chả cá lạ vọng because all our people know Vietnam famous in phở beef noodle, but Vietnam have a lot of famous. The dish made from green catfish with dill, galangal, ginger, and traditional Vietnam spices. Okay, so now let's start about
Again, we don't need this one. Just show the sustainable.
Free practice right now. Okay,
enough.
so
Right.
let's
Thank you.
we introduce for this.
Okay, so I'll talk about the
You're muted. Somebody's muted. Can you open your chair?
for the Gu Chả Cá restaurants, they have some green environmental practices. Like first, they comply with the law on issues of food safety and hygiene and fire prevention in the restaurants. especially on the proper observance of the classification and discharge of waste into the environment from the government. Next is they are practicing green payment by new methods like online banking. Momo wallet is like the touch and go wallet here in Malaysia, or VNPay is also a type of mobile payments in Vietnam. The most detailed descriptions is that the customers just need to hold a smartphone and then scan a QR code to pay without having to use cash or coins. And the next thing is they are using local organic ingredients. Currently, the restaurants are concentrated in big cities such as Hanoi is the capital and Ho Chi Minh City. Around the two key cities, there are many organic farms according to the VietGAP standards. The VietGAP standard is a certification which is following the Vietnam standard process of organic agricultural products. Next is they are following policies to save energy, such as electricity, water, and gas. Enterprises have set up rules that restaurants, branches must comply with in terms of saving water, electricity, and gas. For example, during breaks, all electrical appliances must be turned off to conserve energy, and they need to use energy-saving lights, recycle waters, and do not use gas for other purposes. And the final and most important is they are practicing is sustainable purchasing. They are with the perishable products ordered daily from a central kitchen by the manager of each restaurant branch to ensure that each day the ingredients are delivered fresh and in a controlled amount, making sure that little to no food is wasted after each night. And the food production is monitored and each order is only made when the guests order. So there is no pre-made food to ensure freshness and quality, and to make sure that surplus ingredients are consumed by the end of the day. So they are implementing, so the restaurants also has a promotion where after a time frame, like after 9:30 or 10 p.m., every order made will be discounted by 50% to push out every meal that they can and to minimize their food wastage. And that is for the green practice. And relating to it is also they also have some weaknesses that we had identified with, which is the first one is about the food ingredients, which is the shrimp paste is another unique ingredient in Vietnam. It's very unique, and even Vietnamese people find it difficult to taste. However, since it is a necessary component of the dish, tourists may find it offensive to the nose and palate. And also in this case of green practicing, it can be viewed as the problem can be viewed as a sustainable practicing, where there may be issues like vehicle breakdowns and insufficient ingredients. Also with daily shipments, the carbon footprints can be a big problem in the long run. Therefore, we also have some kinds of improvement that we can suggest to them is if the restaurants want to lower the carbon footprints, they must also change their logistical approach in order to further increase the effectiveness in green purchasing. And this is the end of the restaurants and their green purchasing. Thank you so much for listening to our presentations.
Hey, that was fast. Okay. Anyone
Hello,
has
everyone.
questions?
You have a question from my team.
Anyone got questions? Anything you want to ask? These three of them are based in Vietnam itself. They still haven't come to Malaysia yet.
Oh,
Hopefully
okay.
by next week they will be.
Oh,
They are having visa problems, so they haven't come in yet. Hopefully by
okay.
next week their visa will be all sorted out and they will be here finally. So their restaurant was basically from Vietnam itself. They
Yes.
interviewed somebody in Vietnam itself. Okay, last group.
Yeah, Miss, I'm not co-host now.
Okay, you're not the co-host right now. Okay. Peter, it's your turn now. Peter is also from Wei Yuan
China.
is also from China, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I already made you the co-host. You can share.
Okay, thank you. Please hold a moment. Okay, can you guys see the slide?
Yes.
Okay, how I can do, oh, this one? Oh, okay. Okay, guys, we're the last group for presentation. And my name is Zhang Weiyuan. I'm come from China. And in our group, we have 4 members. Another is for Melissa, Lincoln, and Li Pei Yao. And today, the hotel we're talking about is Crown Plaza Chongqing Jiefang Bay Hotel. This hotel is in China. Okay, please let me introduce about this hotel. The Crown Plaza Jiefang Bay Hotel is a 5-star hotel of Intercontinental, and this hotel is building at 2000 and it's 2006, almost 16 years old. And the hotel has 338 rooms, so this hotel is really big and too high. And the room floor is 20th to 13th floors. And you guys can see this picture. Under this picture is the indoor garden in this hotel. And later I will show the video about this garden. Okay, for the main green main source, we have the 4 characteristics of green hotels. The first one is for the environment protection, and next one is for the healthy saving, and last one is for the safety. The first one is talking about the environment protection. In Chongqing, there has a lot of 5-star hotel, and in China, we think the customer feedback is the most important thing. So before the COVID-19, they didn't use solar energy in the water, because they think if we will use that, for example, if the customer living 38th floor is too high, right? And when they take shower, and if the time is more longer than us, maybe after 30 minutes, the hot water become to the ice water, the customer will be angry. So they don't want that thing to be happen. So they didn't use. But after the COVID-19, they have to change. So they use solar energy again. I think that is good choice, but maybe will have some problem about the feedback. Okay, about the healthy, and now I want to show the video about this garden. Please wait a moment, guys. Okay, let me find first. Sorry. Okay, can you guys see?
No. Now can.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, sorry. And you guys can see the garden is really big, and you guys maybe will think it's not looks like inside the hotel, it's more looks like the inside the shopping mall. It's correct. It's really inside the shopping mall, but it's nearby the hotel, and the hotel's 3 floor to the same floor is connect with the shopping mall. And this shopping mall is building after the COVID-19 start. And this mine is from the GM of the Crown Plaza Chongqing Bay Hotel. Because the hotel building is really old, it's almost 13 years old, so it's really difficult to make change inside the hotel. So they only can change the nearby building, like this indoor garden. And the hotel customer can go to this indoor garden when they have the free time. I think that is a really good thing, but it also has one problem, because sometimes we have another person who is not living in the hotel can from this indoor garden to go inside the hotel. So that will be more dangerous for the hotel customers. But they also have one way to solution this problem. They will have one door is behind the indoor garden and hotel, but also has some customer forget the room card, because the door need use room card to open, but the customer forget to use that. So also has some customer is really angry because of that, because sometimes they don't want to go outside. Maybe it's rainy. They don't want to go outside, but they cannot open that door. Okay, for next saving, we have a lot of buffet in 5-star hotels. For the 5-star hotels, I don't know, it's not only for Chinese, but I think a lot of person will have that habit. They will take a lot of food when they want to take the food, because the food is really delicious and it has different type of food. So they will take more food, but they cannot eat them all. So after they finish them eating, leave the restaurant, and the waiter can see have to waste a lot of food in the table. So what the hotel do? They have three ways to solution this problem. The first one, they will let the customer charge more if they waste too much food. Some customer will think, okay, I don't want to pay more money, so they will keep the food, not waste too much. And the second way is they has some waiter will advise to the customer, like the customer if take too much food, they will advise to them something like, sorry sir, maybe you can take the food after you finish your food. It's not just say, hey, you cannot eat, it's too much. Because if you did like that, the customer will be angry. Yeah. Okay, so the last way is they do not use the disposable tableware, because some I'm not sure for other countries. In five-star hotel in China, we have ice cream usually, but use ice cream the spoon, we use a disposable tableware. Is more, so it's waste too much. For this hotel, they didn't use disposable tableware anymore, so that is also for saving. And for the last part is for the safety. And for the power energy safety is really important for the hotel. And for this hotel, they will keep the customer to living the nearby floor or only one floor when they have the less customer. For example, if they only have 13 rooms customer living for tonight, they will keep the customer like the together in 10 floor, 11 floor, 12 floor, and the other floor has no room living, so they will close the floor, is keeping the power. But also has one problem, like some customer want to higher floor, and some customers think this floor has too lot of customer to live. I think it's too noisy. I want the quiet place. So also have some customers think the feedback is not good. So the hotel also need to change. And as you guys can see in our interview with the hotel and the information gathering on the internet, we found that the Grand Plaza Jiefeng Bay Hotel is not in love for green because the hotel was established too early and is in the middle of the busy city. So the green behavior is very limited. For example, the coverage of green vegetation is limited and it's difficult to change the facilities of the hotel. Because the popularity of green hotels in China is not high, Grand Plaza Jiefeng Bay Hotel has made a considerable change that is, in our opinion, is not in love. So that is all what we want to present. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Hey guys,
that
anyone?
was wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you
nice
so much.
Hotel in Chongqing. Chongqing is a very busy city.
Yeah, it's really busy city in China.
Very big and very busy city. Okay, close. Peter, can you close this?
Okay. It's done?
Yeah. Okay, good.
Yes.
Thank you very much, guys. We are good. We are almost 10 o'clock, 2 hours into this. Like what Dr. Okay, can I stop recording? Can I stop recording or I pause or something like that? Okay, right. Thank you very much. Okay, I can't. I need to stop completely. Okay, overall, from my experience, I think it was very good learning curve for all of us. We learned a lot. We saw how others practice. We saw people, we saw experiences in Vietnam, we saw experiences in China, and then, of course, KL, Kuala Lumpur, and of course, a lot of hotels in Bangalore. It's a lot of exposure, a lot of experience, and I think we are both learn from each other. Dr. Tashni,
Exactly.
you have anything from your side?
No, thank you very much because, it was diversity actually, a different culture, different people, and, everyone follows the plant and the food was something new learning to us. And again, coming to the indoor garden inside a hotel is again one more good learning because we haven't, and that video is really good. We have, or else we wouldn't have got a chance to see this. Yeah, until and unless we
I
travel
think
to
that is a good
China.
practice because bringing in fresh oxygen into the thing. So I will
Exactly.
stop the recording now, then we can take photographs.
Okay. So will you
Alright.
send me the picture, I mean, the recording?
Sure, I will do
later?
that. Definitely, I will do that.
Yes.
Wait, 1 minute.
May I have everyone switch on the camera, please?
Yes, please. We will do one recording.
Come on, quickly. Chandan, Hemant. Yes, very good.
My side also. Fran.
Oh, yeah. We have one more faculty from our side. It is Mr. Mohan. Mohan, could you tell one
Yes.
hi to everyone? Yeah. Switch
Hi,
on your
everyone.
mic. Mute. Yeah.
Good evening. Hi, everyone. It was a wonderful, thing to listen to so many different perspectives and so many different ideas coming together. And it was nice to see from a standalone restaurant to a chain restaurant to a five-star here to a five-star international. It's so nice to see students share ideas, take out their time to go and do the research and come back and present it to all of us. Thank you so much for this initiative, like Dr. Tasneem and the faculty, esteemed faculty. But it was really nice for us. It was very nice for all of us to be part of this. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mohan. Thank you so
Mohan.
much. Thomas, Tom, friend, some of you are not opening up yet. I see some people at the second page is already starting to open up. Alvin, you're very quiet today. There you are, Toms. Okay, I'm going to start one. And 1 minute. I will do something. Wait 1 minute. Okay, one more. And nice. Thank you so much. That's also good. Are you all taking photos your side? Please take photos also from your side. These are amazing experience for you. You would be also very good to keep as a memory for your side also. All those of you from international schools, be good for you to also keep as memory. Okay, right. Yes, he's waving there. Somebody's Ken is waving. Okay.
Was that he? Last time he was wearing a glass.
I think so. I think that's him.
Yeah.
He was wearing a glass. Yeah. So they're finally it's good. Okay, what we need to do is we have more session. Okay, one more session next week. Is that right? Next week, Tuesday?
Next week, Tuesday, same time.
Yeah, same time, 8 p.m. We will wrap up and myself and Dr. Tashneem will give our feedback for your feedback to your presentation and what really that breakout rooms to actually say a few words to your own group, and then we are done with this global classroom. Okay?
Yes.
Is that okay, Doctor?
Yes, perfect. And the breakout room, how long it will take, or what will be the duration of
very
next
fast,
week,
like the ice breaking, very fast, 20 minutes or so.
Right. So overall, we can keep it like 40, 45 minutes?
Yeah, I think 45 minutes to 1 hour, maximum 1 hour.
All
because
right.
we just
So I
need
will
to wrap up.
Yes, I will also invite Dr. Jaikumar to share his thoughts on this.
Sure. I actually invited Dr. Ruth, but unfortunately, I don't think she joined in. So I will invite Dr. Ruth as well as Dr. Kandappan again.
Yes, and we can plan on the program flow later, close to the date.
Yes, maybe we can WhatsApp each other.
Right.
I think your group, you're giving up certificates. Are you doing it online, or you're going to?
We are printing out certificates. If you want, I can send you the e-copy of the certificate with my signature.
Yes, maybe you send me the e-copy, then I can share it with my students too.
Yes, we will do.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Guys.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you.
Guys, thank you very much. It was a very good effort and a very good, knowledge sharing. Thank you very much, everyone.
I hope you all learned as much as we learned. Okay, thank you very much. And I actually next time we meet, we'll give you the feedback. Okay, maybe a summary or something of that sort. So bye. Good night. I hope you have your dinner.
Good night. See you.
I'm gonna have my dinner. Bye. See you.
Oh, there he is with the glass.
Yeah, he's
Bye.
back.
See you.
Peter is back with his glasses. Okay, bye. Take care. I'm going to end it.
Bye.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Bye.